You know, living in Ringwood with a dog is pretty special, isn't it? You've got everything from the amazing trails in the state park to these quiet, friendly streets. So, in this explainer, we're going to walk you through how to find a local trainer who really gets this unique environment, so you and your best friend can enjoy everything our town has to offer.
Right? And this is about so much more than just sit and stay. This is really about building a fantastic life together, whether you're out in the woods or just hanging out in your neighborhood. And getting the right kind of training support is absolutely the first step.
So, first things first, let's talk about local knowledge. It might not be something you think about right away, but a trainer who knows Ringwood understands the specific challenges and, honestly, the opportunities here. They'll know how to get your dog ready for a busy day at the state park, just as well as for a nice, calm walk down your own street. So what does a Ringwood-ready dog actually look like? Well, it's a dog that can walk calmly around Shepherd Lake without yanking your arm off. It means being polite when you're near the shots on Skyline Drive. These aren't just vague ideas. They're the real-life skills that make every day here with your dog just a total pleasure.
Okay, so we've established why a local pro is a great idea. Now, let's get into the absolute foundation of your search, what the trainer believes in, their philosophy, and of course, their professional credentials.
These days, the gold standard in training is something called positive reinforcement. Basically, it's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see, which just makes your dog want to do it again. You're building a partnership, you know? One that's based on trust and good communication, not on fear.
And on the other side of that coin, it is so important to steer clear of any methods that use fear, pain, or intimidation. A lot of the time, those techniques can really backfire. They can create brand new problems like anxiety or even aggression, and they can do some serious damage to that bond you have with your dog.
Here's something you really need to know. New Jersey doesn't actually require a license for dog trainers. So, these certifications are your best way to gauge a trainer's commitment. They show that they're dedicated to professional standards. For general obedience, that CPDTK is a great one to look for. If you're dealing with more complex stuff, like severe anxiety or reactivity, the other two, the IABC or CBC, show that they have specialized knowledge. All right, so you've found a few trainers you like the sound of, and their philosophy feels right. Now comes the practical part. Let's look at the different kinds of programs available and what you should expect to invest here in the Ringwood area.
One of the first decisions you'll probably have to make is whether to go for group classes or private lessons. Group classes, they're awesome for socialization and for learning to focus when other dogs and people are around. Private lessons, on the other hand, are perfect for tackling specific issues you're having at home, like your dog jumping all over guests or going nuts when the mail carrier comes. What you're hoping to achieve will probably point you in the right direction.
So let's talk numbers. Here's a general idea of what training costs in the Ringwood and Greater Passaic County area. This should help you set a realistic budget. As you can see, group classes are often the most budget-friendly starting point, while something more intensive, like a board and train program, is a much bigger financial commitment.
Okay, you've done your homework, you have a budget in mind, and you've got a short list. What's next? The consultation. This is your chance to really interview them and make sure it's the right person for you and your dog. And this is where asking the right questions makes all the difference. It helps you make a choice you feel really good about. So, what exactly should you be asking?
This checklist right here is your secret weapon for that consultation. First, just confirm their philosophy. Make sure it aligns with what you want. Then, verify those credentials we talked about. A big one is asking how they'd create a custom plan specifically for your dog and how you'll both track progress. And last but not least, get a full, clear breakdown of all the costs, so there are no surprises down the line.
Okay, so finding a trainer is huge, but being a great dog owner in Ringwood also means knowing the local rules and the resources that are out there for you.
All right, let's cover 3 quick but important rules for Ringwood. First up, the leash law. Your dog has to be on a leash in all public spots. Simple enough. Second, rabies vaccinations are required by the state of New Jersey. That's a must. And third, just be a good neighbor and be mindful of excessive barking because it can be considered a nuisance. Following these helps keep our community happy and safe for everyone.
So where can you go to practice all this great new training? Well, Ringwood State Park and the trails around Shepherd Lake are amazing real-world classrooms. And here's a really important local tip. Ringwood Borough doesn't have any public off-leash dog parks. That little fact makes having solid leash skills not just nice, but absolutely essential around here.
You know, when it comes right down to it, putting in the effort to find the right trainer isn't just about teaching your dog to sit. It's about creating a more peaceful life together.
It means you can actually enjoy those beautiful Ringwood trails without feeling stressed out, you can have friends over without chaos, and you and your dog can be a confident, happy team wherever you go.